New York City is amazing, and there's nowhere else like it. Here are just a few quirky facts about this wonderful city. The smallest piece of private property is NYC is 0.0000797,113 acres. In 1910, when the local government decided to widen streets in Greenwich Village to construct new subway lines, it bought a number of properties in the area through eminent domain laws. A 5-story apartment building called the Voorhees was one affected property. After the property was razed, the family was left with an approximate 500 square inch slab of private land. Reportedly, the city requested they donate it for the public sidewalk, but the heirs refused out of spite. In 1922, the estate had the small triangle covered in mosaics displaying property of the Hess estate, which has never been dedicated for public purposes. For food enthusiasts, New York City is full of culinary curiosities and hidden eateries. Here are a few areas to definitely check out. Roosevelt Island's Little Asia offers a culinary journey through various Asian cuisines, tucked away on this quiet island in the East River. Chinatown's secret dim sum spots can be found if you know where to look. Behind unassuming doors lie some of the city's most authentic and delicious dim sum experiences. Italy's rooftop beer garden, while not entirely hidden, is often overlooked. It offers Italian street food and craft beers, with views of the Flatiron Building. Did you know that the famous yellow cabs of NYC were once painted red and green? They were eventually changed to yellow, so they would be more visible. That said, getting a medallion for a taxicab in the city is not a piece of cake. In 2013, the price of getting a taxi license touched $1.3 million. The price eventually came down once share rides such as Uber entered the market, although the price for a medallion is still over $200,000. Some of these yellow cabs are undercover cop cars that blend in. An undercover cop car doesn't have a plastic divider in the middle, and the meter of the cab is usually disconnected. It will also have an NYPD computer on the front seat and would have number plates beginning with 2W or 6Y. New York City's tap water is so clean and pure that it's considered some of the best in the country, and it's used as the secret ingredient in the city's bagels and pizza dough. New Yorkers consume over 1 million bagels each day. New York has fake buildings that hide subway vents and other infrastructure behind them. Constructing electrical substations or subway vents underground takes a lot of space and money. Overground, if seen, they stand out and look ugly. So, the NYC government built fake buildings that camouflage facilities they thought were unsightly. Operating a hot dog stand around Central Park can cost around $4 million per year. At one point, there were only 3,100 hot dog licenses issued in a city with a population of 8.6 million. Some people have to wait for a permit for 20 years. Recovering such an enormous amount of money by selling hot dogs and other eatables can get difficult as, on an average, hot dog owners earn around $1.3 million a year. This has caused many people to shut down their shop. The cheapest license for a hot dog stand in New York City is available for $700 at Inwood Park. New York City truly is a wonderful melting pot. Over 800 languages are spoken in New York City, making it the most linguistically diverse city in the world. 2. The city is home to the largest Jewish population outside of Israel. New York hosts the biggest Puerto Rican community in the United States. Chinatown in Manhattan is one of the largest and oldest Chinese ethnic enclaves in the Western Hemisphere. If you're in New York City when the Rockettes are performing, don't miss it! Besides dancing, each Rockette also sings the songs during the show. The Dance of the Wooden Soldiers has used the same costume since 1933. Each Rockette must re-audition each season. They have no guarantee of a spot. There's a secret cocktail bar in a hot dog shop. PDT, Please Don't Tell, is a speakeasy-style bar located inside Criff Dogs, a hot dog joint in the East Village. You enter through a vintage phone booth after making a reservation. New York City is a birding paradise. Of the 800 known North American bird species, 275 have been spotted in Central Park alone. About 22% of New York City's land is used for public parks. 99% of all New York City residents are a mere 10-minute walk from a park. There's no denying that New York City understands the importance of public parks and green spaces for its residents. The subway musicians are known as buskers, and they have to audition in order to play here. That's because the subway stop at Times Square can see 173,000 pass through, which is 10 times the audience of a sold-out show at Madison Square Garden. After the Rockefeller Christmas tree is taken down for the year, it continues to get put to good use. In 2005, Habitat for Humanity used the wood to make door frames for houses for the needy, and in 2012, the paper went towards publishing a book called The Carpenter's Gift. The price of a slice of pizza versus the cost of a ride on the subway has stayed equal to each other for the past 50 years. Oscar the Grouch of Sesame Street fame got his name when Muppet creator Jim Henson and Sesame Street director John Stone frequented a now-defunct Oscar's Tavern in Midtown Manhattan and were served by a particularly grouchy waiter. Commercial delivery companies like UPS and FedEx are slapped with nearly 7,000 parking tickets every single day, raking in up to $120 million in revenue for the city. If Manhattan had the same population density as Alaska, there would be an estimated population of 28 people in Manhattan.